Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Jasmine, and for today's video I'm going to be doing the yearly favorites. I'm going to be sharing with you guys all my favorites from 2020. Now 2020 has not been the best year, but a lot of good makeup, a lot of good things that did come out in 2020. So I wanted to share with you guys all the products that I've been loving. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below for more videos. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, love, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into skincare first, and then we'll jump into the makeup, just because I have a few skincare products that I did want to mention. And then the first two I want to talk about are these right here. These have been my favorite all year of 2020. Ever since I started watching TikTok, I have switched my skincare to CeraVe. This is like the best product that you could put on your skin. It's good for your skin, it's not gonna harm your skin, and I absolutely love it and go by it 100%. This one is the Hydrating Facial Cleanser, and this is the Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser. These two have been my go-to, and I absolutely love them and recommend them. They're just so better for your skin. They don't harm the skin, they don't do anything bad to the skin. There's a lot of skincare products that can do damage to your skin, so definitely investigate the products that you are using and switch them up, because CeraVe is the way to go. And then another product that I've been loving is from this brand right here. This is CeraMe. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I worked with this company and I absolutely love all their products that I've been using. Like, I absolutely love them all, but I wanted to talk about these two. This is the eye cream. This is the Youth Boost Diamond Eye Gel Cream, and I put this on every night before I go to bed, and I love it. It comes with the roller, and I love it because it's very nice and soothing on the skin, and I love it. It's been helping a lot with the puffiness. I don't wake up with puffy eyes, and I just love it overall. It's amazing. And then another product is the Protected Sunscreen Tinted Brow Spectrum, and it has SPF of 50. This is like a primer right under your makeup, and I love me some SPF. I put SPF on my skin absolutely every day that I put makeup on. I have SPF under it because I want to protect my skin, and I love this one. It has a very soft tint to it, and it protects me from the sun and sun damage to my skin, because I want to protect my skin as much as possible, because I am getting older, I'm not getting younger, so I want to protect my skin as much as possible. And then another one that I love is this moisturizer. This is the Ordinary Nature, the Natural Moisturizing Cream, and I love this. I put this on every morning. Right after I put my sunscreen, I put this one on, and this has been like my go-to. This has been my absolute favorite. It's very hydrating for the skin, especially right before I put makeup. I want to make sure my skin is very moisturized, hydrated, because I do have dry skin. So I've been loving the Ordinary. It's been amazing to my skin, and I absolutely recommend 100%. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and jump into primers that I did love during 2020, and I just have these right here. I have so many primers, but I just wanted to pick a few that I use a lot. Like, I use on repeat a lot. And the first one is the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. This go-to. This is empty already. I already have to go pick up another one because this has been on repeat every single day. Ever since I bought it, I've been using it ever since, and I love it. It just keeps my makeup in place, and I love how it leaves my makeup once everything is on, with the powders and the liquids, everything. I just love the way it looks. And then another one that I love is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. This is so good. This is just like the same thing. This one's a little bit more stickier than that one, but I love it because if you want your makeup to stay in place and it's super hot outside, I definitely recommend this one more than the Hard Candy, just because this is a little bit more stickier than the Hard Candy. So I absolutely love this one. And then another one that I love is the Wet n Wild Primer Serum. I absolutely love this. This leaves your skin so glowy and hydrating. Like, I love it, especially for a dry skin girl like me. I'm obsessed. I love it. It's amazing on the skin and just leaves my skin with a nice like dewy finish. So I absolutely love this. I love to use this. Another thing I want to talk about is eye primers. Since we're talking about primers, why not talk about eye primers? So the first one is the Alasysa eye primer. This is like the mini one. I love this one. It has a white tint to it and I love it, especially if I'm going to do very bright looks. I love to use this one. This is so good. But if you want a cheaper alternative, I have this one from Believe Beauty and it's just as amazing as the Alasysa. It's not white, it's more of a skin tone color, but I absolutely love it. I love the shade. It keeps my eyeshadows looking nice and all day, like super pigmented. So I absolutely love this one and it was only $4 and you can find Believe Beauty at Dollar General. I absolutely love it. You definitely want to check them out because their products overall have been amazing. So talking about Believe Beauty, let's jump in to foundation. So the foundations that I've been loving for the whole year, it was hard to just pick a few because I don't want to sit here and have you guys sitting here for a very long time listening to me talk about a whole bunch of foundations. So I went ahead and picked out the ones that I loved a lot. And the first one is the Believe Beauty one. I absolutely love the finish of this one. It's a satin finish and I just love it. I just love how it just leaves my skin. It leaves it so pretty. It's very buildable. It's not gonna look cakey if you build it up, which I love, because if you want more of a full coverage, you could definitely build it up. This formula overall just leaves your skin so beautiful and so flawless. Like, obsessed. Like, and only $5. You cannot go wrong with a $5 foundation and it's gonna make your skin look amazing and flawless. Like, I absolutely love it. And then the next three are a little bit more on the high end. Is the Fenty Beauty one. This is the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. Love, love, love this foundation just because it's a dewy finish. It's a satin finish. I love it. It's buildable. It has very good coverage. To me, I feel like it has more of a medium to full coverage, so I like that. I absolutely love the dewiness that leaves on my skin because you guys know I love me some dewy skin. I love to look very nice and fresh. Like, I absolutely love. And talking about fresh, I love this one, the Bite Beauty Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. I absolutely love this. This was like on repeat during the summertime. I was using this one a lot because it was leaving my skin very nice and flawless, and I love a very nice lightweight flawless foundation. Absolutely love. So I was using this one a lot in the summertime and I definitely recommend it. It's not super full coverage. It's a very light to medium, so you would definitely have to build it up, but if you do build it up, you're not gonna look cakey, which I absolutely love. And then the last one I want to talk about is the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. Guys, I loved the first one that she came out with, the liquid. It was super thick. I do have to say that I didn't like the smell so much. The smell was very overpowering at some point, but then I got over it. But I loved the formula of the foundation overall and it was amazing and I love this. So I went ahead and tried this one and this is just as good. The coverage, amazing. The formula, amazing. Like, it's just overall a good foundation. If you love Huda Beauty's first foundation, you're gonna absolutely love this one. This one's just as good. And then we're gonna talk about concealer. So the two concealers I'm gonna talk about is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer. I absolutely love this. This has been everyday concealer for me. It's just, I love how it leaves my under eyes very hydrating, not too drying. Like, I love the formula overall. And then the other one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Now this one is not so hydrating, but it's not too matte under my eyes, so I could definitely tolerate this concealer. And it's very full coverage. Like, if you have dark circles and you want to cover them, you need this concealer because this concealer is going to cover absolutely everything. Like, this concealer is so full coverage. You need it in your life. If you like a very full coverage, you're gonna love this concealer. It's just so good. I absolutely love it. Oh my god, I definitely forgot to mention one skincare product that I forgot to mention was this one. This is the Soap & Glory Glamour Cleaning Micellar makeup remover. I love this. This is like my second bottle already, and I've been using it throughout 2020, and I totally forgot to mention it in my skincare products, but this is such a good way to remove your makeup. I slowly turned away from makeup wipes because I heard makeup wipes can be very bad for your skin, so I try to get away from it, and I started using this, and I love it. This is my second bottle, and I'm loving it, guys. It's just so good on the skin, and it removes absolutely everything on your skin. It's gonna remove it, and I love the fact that it does that, because I don't want to keep going in over and over with a wipe or a swab to remove my makeup. It just removes everything. Within 2 cotton swabs, I'm done, and all the makeup is off. Like, I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and jump into some eyeshadows that I've been loving. I got some palettes. I have liquid eyeshadows. So let's first talk about liquid eyeshadows, because these are the two that I love, and these are from Huda Beauty. This is Do Not Disturb, and this is a Penthouse Suite. These are so good. If you want a quick eyeshadow in 1, 2, 3, these are the way to go. Like, these two are so good. They're creamy. They have the cream side and then the glitter side. Like, this is just so easy. I fell in love with it. Like, as soon as I tried it out, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. This is like a quick, easy makeup look in 1, 2, 3. You can just put these on and you're out the door. Like, it's just so good and so convenient. So I absolutely love these. These are so good. And then another one that I want to talk about is e.l.f. Like, I have a lot of e.l.f. products in my favorites, because e.l.f. killed the game this year with a lot of good stuff. So these are the little quads that I have. These are the eyeshadow quads that I have. These are so good, $3. And then these that had the blush and the highlight, like, these are like my absolute favorite. If you have not tried them out, you need to go and try these out, because they're a game changer, and they're so affordable. $3, $4 for these little quads that are just so amazing. The quality of them are so good. Like, I feel like e.l.f. has stepped up the game a lot, and I absolutely love the fact that they did, because their products have been amazing. Like, I just love them overall. And then talking about e.l.f., so since I'm talking about them, I'm going to talk about 2 palettes that I love from them. And this is the Retro palette. I absolutely love this palette. I fell in love with the colors. Like, I just love these colors. They're so pretty. They're so blendable. They're so good to use them. You could use them on an everyday basis. You could use this portion. You could use this portion of the palette right here as an everyday, and if you want a little pop of color, you have this side. Like, I just love the palette. Overall, I love it. It's just so pretty. I never had an issue with pigmentation of any of the colors. Like, I just love it overall. It's just so good. And then the other one that I love is this one. This is the one with Kissa, and I love this palette. This just took me out of my comfort zone. It just made me play with colors a lot, and I love this palette. I love to use this palette when I want to do a very bright, beautiful, bright color look. This is like the palette I go to, because it has all the pretty colors that I need in my life. So I absolutely love this palette, and like I said, their pigmentation on the shadows are so good. So I absolutely love them overall. And then the last 2 I want to talk about is this one from Beauty Creations. This is the Festival of Love, and this one is also a rainbow color palette, and I love this palette. Like I said, this year has been the year that I have gotten out of my comfort zone and tried colors. I have tried a lot of makeup looks with different colors, which I love. I want to get out of my comfort zone, because my comfort zone is more like bronzy looks, and you know, a look like I have right now. That's what my comfort is. Like, I love that. So this palette right here is all me, because this is the palette that I love to use on an everyday basis. This is the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. Guys, this palette, it's like my everyday. Like, I love this. This is my comfort. This is my comfort. All these shades in one palette. This is just what I like to use every day, and it's just my favorite. Like, I love it. It's a little pricey in the palette, but I love it. It's just so good. The pigmentation is amazing. If you don't want to spend the money on the Too Faced, definitely pick up the little mini quads from e.l.f. because they are just as good as the Too Faced palette. So They're very good and very pigmented, so I absolutely love them. So we are going to jump into some powders. So we have a powder, some setting powder, some bronzers. So we're going to talk about some setting powders that I absolutely love. These two right here. This one is the Pretty Vulgar powder, and this one is in the translucent. I absolutely love this. If you want your makeup to last in a very hot, humid day, this is the powder to use. And you guys know, I live in Florida, and Florida can get very hot very quick. So I love to use this powder. Like if I'm out and about and it's hot outside and I know I'm gonna be outside, this is the powder to use, because this powder is just gonna leave your makeup on all day and it's gonna leave you matte, which is amazing. And then the other one is the Halo Pro setting powder from e.l.f. Like I said, a lot of e.l.f. products, because I love me some e.l.f. And this powder is amazing. I love to use it for under my eyes, sometimes for my entire face, but I really don't like to use it too much on my entire face. I have a separate powder for that, but I love this for under the eyes. It just leaves it so pretty and so flawless. Like I absolutely love the finish of that powder. And then the one that I love to use for all over the face is this one right here. This is the LA Girl Pro Face HD High Definition Matte Powder, and mine's in the shade Nude Beige. I love this. Affordable dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I love Charlotte Tilbury powder. Now I only use this in special occasions because this powder is pricey, honey, very pricey. So I found me a dupe, and this is the dupe right here. The LA Girl Pro powder is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury because it just leaves your face amazing, super flawless. These two are amazing, and they have been on repeat ever since I got both of them. Like they're just like my go-to powders. And then another powder that I like to use, like I like to use these more when it's hot outside. Like I said, I live in Florida, so I do get hot weather, and I like to use these because these keep me from getting a little, these keep me from getting very sweaty, like sweaty around my face. Like I have dry skin, but I do get sweaty when it's really, really hot outside. So I love to use these two. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Waterproof Setting Powder. I love this because it doesn't change the foundation shade. It leaves you matte exactly wherever you set this powder. This is going to leave you matte in those areas. Like this is such a good powder, and definitely recommend if you live in a hot place. You're definitely going to love that one. And this one is just as good as that one too. It's translucent. It's not going to alter your foundation. It's not going to change your foundation. It's going to leave it super matte, which I absolutely love because I don't like powders that change my foundation shade, because I don't want to change my shade. I just want to keep it from making my face look super hot and greasy. Like I don't want that, because especially when it's hot, I can get real greasy really fast. So another powder I want to talk about is this powder that I use on repeat, which is the BH bronzer, and this is in the shade Bronze Babe. I love this bronzer. I love me a bronzy moment, and I love this one right here. I even love their quads, their bronzer quads. I mentioned them in one of my favorites. I didn't want to mention them again just because I already mentioned them before, and they are my favorites, but I wanted to minimize the amount of products that I wanted to mention because I will be here all day talking about all my bronzers, all my palettes. So I wanted to minimize as much as possible. So I want to show you guys stuff that I definitely use every single day. But I love all my makeup. I absolutely love everything. And then let's talk about some highlights that I absolutely love. This one is the Beca one in Champagne Pop. This highlight is so pretty, and it leaves your skin so pretty. I love it. I have it on now, and I just love it. It's just not glittery. It's very soft on the skin, and I absolutely love it. I don't think this is ever gonna get old. Champagne Pop, amazing. I love the highlights. And then another one is the Jaclyn Hill loose one. Amazing. I love the highlight, the loose highlight. I love to use it more in the summertime just so it can last longer on my skin. I just love this. It's just so pretty, and the little goes a long way with this highlighter, because if you put too much, you're gonna look like a glazed donut. So you definitely want to be careful with that. And then we're also gonna jump into some blush. I've been loving liquid blush. That has been on repeat. I do have a lot of blushes that I love, but I did want to mention these two. These are liquid blushes. This is the Rare Beauty, and this one is in the shade Bliss. And I also have the Maybelline Cheek Heat liquid blush. Now I have a expensive one and I have a cheaper version. I love both of these. These are so good. This one definitely takes a long way because this is very pigmented. This one you do have to build it up just because it is a little bit on the cheaper side. Like I said, it's a drugstore, so you definitely want to build it up, but this is so good. You build it up and you're gonna have very beautiful rosy cheeks, and I love these. These are so good. Absolutely recommend. Okay, so I also wanted to mention a sponge that I love. I love a lot of sponges. I love the Wet n Wild one. I love the e.l.f. one, but this one has been on repeat. The Hailey's Beauty sponge. I absolutely love it. I have 2 of them. I always have to have a backup for this one because this is my go-to sponge. Like I use this sponge every time I do my makeup. This is the sponge I'm using, and like I said, I love the Wet n Wild one, I love the e.l.f. one, but this one has been the one that I've been using a lot, so I definitely had to mention it. It's such a good sponge. It's squishy, it's just bouncy, and I love me a nice soft squishy bouncy sponge, so I love this one from Hailey's Beauty. And then we're gonna jump into some brow products and some eyeliner that I've been loving. So the eyeliner that I love is this one from Infallible. This one is in the shade brown. This is their long wear pencil. I love this one because it lasts a long time on my waterline. The issue that I have with eyeliners is that they do drip. So this one does not do that. It lasts me all day and I love it. And I love brown eyeliners. I don't like black because black is just not my cup of tea. I feel like it's just way too dark for me. And then we're gonna jump into brow products that I love. I love the e.l.f. brow pencil, but I ran out of that one, so I don't have it with me. So I also have the LA Girl shading pencil. I love this one also. This one is in the shade Espresso. I love this pencil. It's very easy to fill in my brows. 1, 2, 3. And then the other product that I love is the e.l.f. brow gel. I love it. It sets my brows. It keeps all my brow hairs in place. And that is what I look for in a brow gel, of course, is just to keep my brows in place. And then another pencil that I want to talk about is this one, the Brows Wow from Hard Candy. I did mention this one in one of my videos. This one is a pen that you fill in. So this is more like if you just want a quick fix your eyebrows, 1, 2, 3. This is good to fill in your sparse areas. This is such a good pigmented brow pen. It's just so good and I love it. And then I want to talk about is a setting sprays that I love. This one from NYX, the Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh. Amazing. I use this every day when I do my makeup to prime, to set. However, like I love this one. This is so good. It's very good on the skin. And then the Hard Candy Long Wear Setting Spray 12-hour wear and hydration. This is in Cucumber. Love. This just leaves your makeup gonna last you all day, and I absolutely love it. And then the other one that I love, and this is the one I like to use more in the winter time, this is the Prime and Fine Dewy Glowing Fixing Spray. I love to use it more in the winter time just because it keeps my skin looking fresh and glowy, and I love that, especially in the winter time because, you know, the skin can be very drying in the winter. And then the last few things I want to mention are lip products, and I'm excited because I love me some lip products. Now I have a lot, and I had to narrow it down to the products that I love to use more on a daily basis. So this was the LA Girl lip liner and Keep It Spicy. The NYX matte lip liner in London. These two are like my absolute favorite go-to lip liners. They're just like my absolute favorite, and I had to mention them because they're just my go-tos. I love them. And then I also want to talk about these two NYX lippies. This is the Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. This is like my go-to. I love this. This and the lip liner London, two together, my favorite. I absolutely love it. It's just such a good combo. And then the NYX Suede, and this is in the shade Dainty Days. Love. I love it. It's a very beautiful nude shade, and it's so creamy. It's not long lasting, I'm gonna say that, but I love it. It's so creamy. It just makes your lips so juicy and looking, I love it. And then the last two I want to mention is this one from Charlotte Tilbury, and this one is in Pillow Talk. Love it. It's a very not a beige, it's more like a mauve, dark mauve shade, and I love this one. It's just so creamy, so beautiful, with a nice beautiful light brown lip liner in that shade. Like, oh, it looks amazing. And then the last one is the Live Glam. I love Live Glams. Their formula is so amazing and it's very long lasting, and I love all the lippies that I have. But I did want to talk about this one. This one is in Happy Hour. Absolutely love it. It's just such a beautiful mauve, dark mauve shade, and I love it. It's just so beautiful. It's so creamy, and like I said, their formula overall is so long lasting. Like, I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a long lasting lippy. Definitely check out Live Glam because their lippies are amazing. And that is it for my yearly favorites. I got through everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what are your favorites. I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yes, Happy New Year, and I love you guys, and I hope 2021 brings us better days because we need better days. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, my loves.